I'm just gonna give you everything in it. Like I said, I bring the tea, the cookie, and the sauce. No, I'm the sauce. I'm the sauce. I bring the cookie and the tea, you know.
Sit down with us, bend down with us. You know me have a fat cock for you. I've been waiting.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So basically, if you're new, can you just subscribe down below? Yeah, just subscribe and click the bell button so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. So if you're new here, I guess maybe you were referred by a friend. That friend will refer you. Thank you. No, they make my channel grow. Thank you so much. Thank you. So basically, my former video, I talked about how to relocate to the UK as a registered nurse from pretty much any country in Africa. Not just Africa, pretty much any country in the world, because I mean the process is different. It's the same everywhere. It's the same. It's just that the only difference will be in the money you have to pay for each thing. Maybe in Nigeria the payment for certificate verification might be 53,000 naira. In India it's maybe, you know, cheaper than that or more expensive. Sorry guys, I need to give this thing a really good lightning. How do you guys like my top? I love it. I know. Thank you for the people that love it. People we don't like them, don't worry, I'll wear a better one that you like. Alright, so back to business. So basically in my previous vlog I talked about how to, you know, the things you need to relocate as a registered nurse. So welcome back today. I'm gonna be talking about, you know, each step, how to break down each step of like things you need to do, like basically talking about IELTS. I'll give you, if I'm talking about, I'm not talking about IELTS today, but I say if I'm talking about IELTS today, I'm gonna give you like, you know, a breakdown of what you should know, everything you should know about IELTS. I'm gonna give you also a breakdown if you're talking about CBT. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of, you know, what you should know about CBT. I'm gonna give you Dropbox links, past questions, so you know how their questions come. I'm just gonna give you everything in it. Like I said, I bring the tea, the cookie, and the sauce. No, I'm the sauce. I'm the sauce. I bring the cookie and the tea, you know. Okay. Well, in your process, it depends on which one you want to start with. Previously, you had to, you know, meet the English requirement before you start. But recently, you can pretty much do any one you want first. So my advice would be to start with CBT, because I mean, as a registered nurse in Africa, you know the drilling you must have gone through to become a nurse, so you won't be that bad in the CBT. CBT is basically nursing questions, nursing stuffs and all that, and if you're a pretty damn good nurse, you would do well, you know, in the CBT. And you know why I recommend you start with CBT? I feel like CBT kind of gives hope, because I know after writing my IELTS, I wrote CBT first actually. After writing my first IELTS, I failed. Maybe I didn't fail. I got a 6.5, which is pretty much, you know, lower than what. So I was depressed for a while. Like I felt so bad. I have never failed any exam in my life. I was like, IELTS. Like, what are you talking about? Why am I failing IELTS? It's basic English I speak every day. Basically, in my house, they call me English. I'm always speaking English. So I'm like, how? Like, I felt depressed and I was like, I'm not going to write again. My sister kept telling me, girl, you got to write, you got to write. I almost didn't write again. I must say, it's really, really depressing. If you're out there and you've written IELTS and you didn't reach the cutoff, not like you failed though. Not like you failed, but you didn't reach the cutoff they were asking for. I know how you feel. Like, I can relate. I felt really depressed. I felt depressed. I don't want to say suicidal, but I was down there. I felt really, really depressed. So, but one thing that kept me going was CBT. I had already written and passed the CBT, so it kind of gave me hope. I kind of told myself that, girl, you have written the CBT, and you're not that bad. I mean, you're a good nurse. You're damn good nurse. You know that, and you have written the CBT, which is what matters. This English is just if you can speak English, and you know deep down well that you can actually speak English. So it's just you just missed a little bit of mark. I told myself that, okay, if for anything I do not want to write the IELTS anymore, am I going to let my CBT money waste? I mean, now 80K I pay, So I'm like, no, I'm not going to leave this money worker. Make I just write this IELTS. So basically, the fact that I had written my CBT, that was what pushed me to go. If I hadn't written my CBT, believe me, I wouldn't have written. Maybe not. I wouldn't have written it. But that was what pushed me. I was like, okay, I'm not just gonna let this money go like that. Since I've already written the CBT and I've passed it, let me just write the IELTS. Now I'm write the second one. Your girl passed. I got an 8, baby. So, but I'm not talking about IELTS today. No worry, I will give you gist on how you can, get an 8 in IELTS. But we're talking about CBT today. So if you're gonna start with the CBT, it's a choice. It's a choice. If you're gonna start with the CBT, down below I'm gonna put a drop. You have to download Dropbox first of all. You have to download Dropbox. I'm gonna put a link that you're gonna click on. When you click on the link, all you need to do is save the documents in the link. Once the link opens up, save the documents in the link and save them into your own Dropbox, because you already have Dropbox. Once you save the documents, they are saved in the Dropbox, if you understand what I mean. Yeah, it's that easy. And I understand some of you are working. I was working as well. As a matter of fact, I was doing 2 jobs. Yeah, I'm that hardworking. I know. Well, I wouldn't say I'm totally hardworking, but when it involves money, I'm gonna do a pretty damn good job. Yeah. So I was doing a lot of job. I was very busy that time, very, very busy. But so I made it a point of duty to do one test every day, and the test site I used was a site by MMA. A site by MMA. I'm gonna drop the link down below. Okay, so I'll drop the link. 2 links I already say I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop the link of the Dropbox, the Dropbox link for you to save the materials you have to read. It had the content of the materials include draw calculations, NMC guidelines, care of the elderly, just basically mainly nursing things, patient safety and public safety, so and mental health, a range of other stuffs. So I'm gonna put it down below. You save from the Dropbox. Download Dropbox first. Click on the link. When it opens, you save those things into your Dropbox. And then I'm also gonna put the sites I use to practice for my CBT every day. It's an MMA site. I'm gonna put it there. Don't worry, I will just signal. I will write this is the site for the test. So I always did 1 test every day. And another thing I think I always did that really helped me was, after doing the test, I went back to see the ones I failed and read more about those ones I failed and know them, basically know them, because sometimes they repeat questions, sometimes, and they're not just gonna repeat everything. It comes in a different form. So if you do not know it, you don't know it. If you think you want to cram the alphabet, oh, the answer in this one was B, you're gonna fail it. So you know it. I read about it, so I know, okay, when somebody has this is what causes this. So basically that's how I know it. And then the next day, early in the morning, I do that question, that particular test again, and make sure I pass it this time. So most times, imagine doing a test, you failed it yesterday and you did the correction the next morning, it's gonna stick. I didn't need to even do it again for it to stick. It's stuck in my head. So yeah, that's basically it. And the tests is 10. There are 10 tests. MMA test something, NMC and MMA tests 1, NMC and MMA tests 2, 3 till 10. Yeah. So I did each and every one of them. I did them more than 3 times. I just made sure there's no time. I mean, if you're going to work, someone like me, I was doing two jobs, you're not going to have time for all those. So what I did was make it a point of call to do one test every day and read at least one page every day. And then I did that for like about 2 months. And I was good. And then I wrote the test and then I passed it. And funny enough, I'm going to tell you a story of my test. The test was about 4 hours, 30 minutes. I finished my test in 1 hour, 20 minutes. I am not kidding. And I was like, oh my God, I don't feel like I cannot. How can a test be for 4 hour 30 minutes and I'm finishing 1 hour 20 minutes? That means I didn't do. I had to start going afresh. I went afresh. I read it afresh. Each, you know, thingy. I read it. I read each question afresh and like thought afresh. I was like, girl, are you sure you're writing? You're doing well. And you know the thing about CBT, there are some questions you have to score all in. Questions concerning patient safety, you gotta score all because you cannot fail. No, you can't. You cannot. You can't fail in that angle. I mean, if your patient isn't safe, what nursing care are you providing then? Yeah, so you cannot fail in patients, care and drug calculations. However, what is required for your CBT it was previously 70%. I had they reduced it, recently, but regardless of what it is, it doesn't matter. Your aim should be 90, you understand? So when you're aiming for 90, in case if it comes, a little bit down, it doesn't matter. But if you're aiming, oh, the cutoff is 70, you're aiming for 70, you might not reach 70. I'm not praying for that for you, but so it's better to aim higher. So if you fall, you just fall, still above, a little bit above what the required cutoff is. I got you. So like I said, I'm gonna put my email down below in case you have any question for your girl. Just ask me, I will answer. But before I answer, please tell every one of your friends out there about me. I mean, I know you have nursing friends, you have nursing sisters, brothers, fiancés, just tell them about me. Come and click here. I will tell you everything you need to know. And one thing I didn't talk about in my previous video was, if you're married, you can come with your spouse. The agency, if you're coming with an agency, the agency sponsoring you is not going to pay for your husband. However, they'll pay everything for you. All you need to do is to pay for your husband. But one important thing is that your work permit covers for your husband's work permits. Yeah, so your work permit covers for the both of you. You can come with your kids. Now your money killer basically, but you're gonna sponsor your husband, but the agency is gonna sponsor you. That is if you're going through an agency. So that's about that.